Working today. Lucky they don't know me. Wanna say show me, homie, homie. I do that. Why are you playing with me right now? Background. I hate you. Next thing I knew. Come on. See her Marie Tompkins.
It's not Marie. Got it. I'll take the Sierra and the Tompkins, but Marie is way off.
Sierra Marie. Listen here.
Marie's way off.
That was funny. Sierra Marie. We're not about to have these.
Hey, I'll give you the real one now. If you want it, I'll give it to you.
I don't want it. That's more fun this way.
I know.
That's funny.
My grandma named me now.
I respect that.
Because my name would have been Sharice, like my mom's name. I mean, I'm cool off of that. Grandma came in with the save the day.
Don't do that.
What? She didn't come in with the save the day. That's my G.
Ain't nothing wrong with your birthday.
I mean, it's alright. It ain't my name. My name fits me very well.
Oh, that was funny. It was quick to the hands that way. Incident. You will go down the history of Sierra Marie. Oh, that is great. The source is connected. We're talking.
It is.
It's always you, man.
Yeah, that's what you
Every
say.
week is you.
That's what you say.
I'm not changing that. Just leave it up, not doing it. Oh, yours want to be difficult today.
Mine want to be difficult every day.
I'm not dealing with this. What we will do is we will share it.
And that's what we're going to do, because I'm not about to play.
Friends profile.
Is it?
I'm going to put it on yours right now.
That is the register. I wanna be down.
Alright. Oh shit.
Is the group live?
It should be. I just shared it to the group. Well, it's not the group, it's the business page. And then I shared it to the group on the business page. So we haven't planned. We done ran out of damn juice. Woo! All right, we are up.
Jeez, my knees, B.
Why you want to play at me today? Let's not play right now. Let's right now not be the time you play. That's about to piss me off.
This has been wild all day. Oh, man.
Ready, grown.
Ready. Let's just make sure that we got some volume on the live.
Cause I'm over it. If you don't have, I'm done. I don't want to play this game no more.
Yeah, it seems like we got volume, so we're good.
Hello.
Oh man, this has been wow.
Well, hello and welcome to the Social Flex Season 3. And this season, we just rolling the dice. We just throwing shit out there and seeing what y'all like and what y'all don't like. Not that we really care.
I mean, I care a little bit. Just a tad. Just a smidge. We have a lot in store this season. I'm pretty excited about what this season has to offer. We did our live show. If you missed it,
You missed
you
out.
missed it.
You missed
It was like, I like foolishness and foolishness.
And fuckery.
I mean, I didn't want to say that, but I love
And
foolishness
fuckery.
and foolishness.
And fuckery.
And when I say that it was foolish, it was. I mean, the questions were, yeah. I would love to do that again. I had a ball at Battle of the Sexes. And so, maybe we'll discuss it and maybe do it again. I enjoyed that episode. So we have a lot of things in store this season. I think we're at, 20-something episodes for season 2?
Something like that. Something like that.
20.
We got a bunch.
Yeah. We're at 19 and a couple special episodes. Special episodes are going to get to be very intense. And the main thing that we are asking for is you guys to be panelists. Without you as panelists, we really don't get the point of views that we need to carry on the discussions.
Otherwise, you just stuck with what we feel and what we think.
Yeah. And I will say that, like, once we set it up and we sit down, and I know a lot of people I've been talking to is like, I'm camera shy, I'm this and that. Like, the camera disappears just like you having a conversation with a group of friends. So definitely don't let shyness be the reason that you don't come on and just state your feelings, say how you feel. What you got?
No. Well, today we're supposed to be talking about what makes a man and a woman a woman. It would have been nice to bounce that conversation around the room. So if necessary, we'll bring the episode back and do a part 2 where, we can have a room full of people and we can really dive into different perspectives of how you feel, because that's going to differ from person to person. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I know I did ask Robert to be here today. He said unfortunately he could not, but we had a brief discussion on this earlier, and I just told him, like, my point of view is, like, I really can't say what makes a man a man. I think that perspective is based on per person.
I'm gonna disagree with that.
And the reason why I say that is because I've had the pleasure of being around a lot of strong men, brothers, grandfather, and while I could say that those are the qualities that I feel a man would present, someone else may feel like those are not the qualities that a man would present.
But for you, the qualities would be what?
For me, a protector and provider, and I don't mean like you gotta throw the hands protector. I mean like making sure I'm good. Like we talked about on the Battle of the Sexes, this is like a sense of security, like being able to feel secure in your presence. Provider, like that doesn't necessarily mean monetary. It's providing with emotion and feeling. And what I mean by that is, like, my granddad was a great provider. Yeah, he did provide financially, but he always made sure that my emotions were intact. Like, he would discipline me when needed, but there would always be an explanation behind the discipline, if that makes sense.
What? I'm listening. Dang, I can't listen. All I'm doing is listening.
No, it was like the Jedi. It was like a Jedi,
just
like
listening to what you said.
bitch ass nigga. Being honest, like
no, I can't tell. I'm there. I can't tell your grandfather ain't do that shit. You be like,
nah, but
I wasn't there. I can't say.
Like again, some of the like my granddad was a construction worker, like back in the day, so that was a prominent job. Like he owned his own business. So he was able to provide for everyone in the house, like right. Including his grandkids. So again, financially, it was a situation where we really didn't have to worry about nothing. Hence the spoiledness. That's another conversation, though. But again, behind that spoiledness, there was a lot of discipline and making sure self-sufficient. And a lot of times, men don't see a woman being, how can I put this? They sometimes feel like a woman being self-sufficient is showing like a masculine side. And unfortunately, I'm going to say for me, that's unfortunate, because I would love to be super duper soft. However, my granddad taught me how to change oil. He taught me how to bricklay. He taught me a lot of different qualities where it's like, hey, I'm gonna teach you this. It's okay for you to have a man, but guess what? You gonna know how to do this too, boo. So let's learn how to do it. And I enjoy those qualities. What about you?
With me?
Yeah.
So when we talk about making a man, for me, like it's a more broader thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like the basic qualities, you know, provider, protector, professor, like someone who's not afraid to tell you what's going on, to share their feelings with you, you know, check you when you're wrong, you know, behind closed doors, because by all means, you know, there's a time and place for everything. Someone, you know, who is there for you in an all-around wholesome space. But also there's other qualities for me that are necessary in a man. Like I've dated some interesting characters over time. And one of them was real big on like man law. Like, oh no, that's man law. Like a man not supposed to like eat an ice cream cone. Like,
wait, what?
Hey man, supposed to eat no ice cream cone.
And you can't look at ice cream cone.
Man, probably out here licking no cone.
Hey, listen.
It wasn't until I happened to be like at an event and I saw this man, the way he was eating his ice cream cone, I was like, I'll be down if that is not wrong. Like, yeah, maybe a cup of ice cream would do you. Put in the cup.
Listen. I'm looking at that totally different because I'm like, maybe that's how you get down. Maybe that's how you get down.
It was off-putting. It was like, yeah. I never paid no attention to that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like everyone like social media video, they're gonna eat a banana, but like a peel out all of it. It's the same principle, same concept. A man should never argue with a woman. Why? Why shouldn't a man argue with a woman?
I agree with that.
He was like, because look, you can't win no argument with no woman. He said you can't win no argument with no girl. He said, but number two, like, but for what? Like, what do you gain
from arguing
by, you know what I'm saying, being in the back? State your piece and be done with it. And if you can't state your piece right now, table it, and then state, you know, if you can't state your piece later.
I would like to, because I was having a discussion with one of my kids about that, and I was telling them how, like, me and somebody who I talked to, we, like, in the 3 years that we've been knowing each other, we have not had an argument yet. And it was those situations where he's like, hey, if you upset, we're going to table it. We're going to wait till you relax, you calm down. I'll calm down, then we'll discuss it. And my kid was like, well, like that, why? Like that, if you just mad, like if you mad, you just mad. Like, I don't care about you being mad. And I was like, well, that's another level.
But that comes with maturity.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's another level of maturity. Yeah.
But so like I'm trying to think of what else. I feel like a man should be able to fix some shit. Like that's important to me. I don't want a man that can't fix nothing.
But if they pay to get it fixed,
sir, I don't have time to be waiting on you to call Joe and them. Get your ass down there with YouTube University and try to fix that problem. But again, my husband spoiled me like that when he was alive, because there wasn't nothing that could go wrong in our home or automotive life that he wasn't trying to figure out. Like, our furnace would break. Can you know how long it take a motherfucker at peak season to get to you? And are we going to be here freezing? We're not going to be here freezing. He was down there with the YouTube going, trying to figure out what went wrong with the furnace, going to the furnace store and buying the parts, coming back and fixing the furnace himself. You know what I'm saying? If something went wrong with our electrical, he was in there fixing it. He could wire a goddamn car alarm system and throw the sounds up in it. You can fix these outlets in here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, like I feel like, you know, that's cool. I mean, if you're the type of person want to pay to get it done, cool. But try first. You know what I'm saying? If all else fails, then that. But be useful. Be able to change a tire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be able to check the oil. I don't know. Like, I need you. You need that. In a family mirror, some grit, some grind. So not ready to get your nails dirty. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up your nail beds, your cuticle be a little rough. I ain't saying I gotta stay rough.
Yeah, like I don't like the dirty hands touching me. I don't know why.
It's not about you touching me though, but I think that's section to watch your man fix some shit. Like,
it definitely is.
I wouldn't know. The second thing I never did was change the fucking fixtures. We got a screen door and it didn't come with the pre-cut hole, so we had to cut the holes into the screen door. And watching how much force it took
to do that.
To put them holes in that fucking security door, baby. Like, that did something for me. So for me, you know what I mean? I need you to be useful. And don't just be talking about it, like, be about it, but for real. Also, don't allow someone to disrespect me, but also don't allow for me to disrespect myself.
That part. Yeah, that's a big one for me. And I think sometimes that's overlooked. Like, I think the disrespect and not allowing me to disrespect myself is overlooked sometimes. I've had the pleasure to recently be around a lot of men that, not a lot, some men, I'm not going to say a lot, but some men that have a certain type of respect level that I appreciate. The ones that don't, I kind of don't be feeling like being bothered.
I need a man that can hang a suit. I mean, your sneakers and shit is cool, but can you
be able to put that shit on?
Can you throw it on? Can we go to this black tie event? Can we go to this elegant event? Can we go to this glam event? Can we go to these things? Like, can I take you to these events? You know what I'm saying? With the upper echelon, can you circulate and work that room without sounding like street trash? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you do that? Like, these are things that are important to me. You know what I'm saying? Man, wow, that's what makes a man to me. Somebody who's honest, someone who carries themselves with integrity. You know what I'm saying? Someone who stand on it. Like, okay, you fuck up, you fucked up. Like, okay, I made a oops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think another quality that I like is someone who's not looking for the mom in you. Like, they're looking for the nurturer, but not the mom. If you get what I mean by that.
Nope.
Alright. So, in some situations, men look for you to mold them. And help them grow and achieve certain things. I like a man who is like, you know what? I got a mom already, but I'm trying to have a relationship. I don't need you to mom me. I need you to partner.
You still got me lost. I still don't know what we're talking about. I don't have a clue what we're talking about.
I don't know how to break that down, no other than what the way that I
don't know what we talking about. You gotta be, I'm sorry.
But you may not have experienced that. You may not have experienced a man who gives, like, mommy issues. Like, the blink is not going to help me explain it.
I don't understand what we're talking about. I really don't.
Somebody out there in viewers land might understand it. Again, if you're joining in, if you have any questions, you want to chat with us, definitely you can tap in with us and chat. We'll definitely answer questions. We'll read out your comments. But I don't know. That's pretty much. I also like somebody who's vulnerable, who can let their guard down and actually speak to me about things that may be bothering them. Being able to to have that sense of vulnerability to be like, you know what, this is like, it ain't you, but this is what's going on around me to make me feel this way.
I like a good listener. Somebody will try to hear what you said and hear exactly what you said, and not trying to rewrite it to make them feel better. Like, chill. I said exactly what I meant. Don't add no extra. Don't season it. Don't sauce it. I said what I meant.
Yeah, like,
we're trying to look behind it, around it, near it. No, I said what I meant. Listen up.
Like, that just recently happened to me, where we were talking about something and I was like, you know, that doesn't move me. And they were like, well, you say you didn't like to do it. I said, I didn't say I don't like to do it. I said it doesn't move me. There's a difference in those behaviors. Like, I could do that, but what are we going to do where it moves me? That's just like, if I went to a movie because you wanted to go see the movie and it's not something I want to see, I'm going to go because it's not always about me. But this ain't no movie that I really want to watch. Now, if you take me to see a movie that I really want to watch, I'm going to be more into it. I'm going to be intrigued by it.
Oh, so you selfish. That's all I heard.
Not necessarily selfish.
I don't give a fuck because this is not something I want to do. I mean, I'm going to go, but I'm going to make it the most miserable experience.
Not necessarily.
I hate that. Like, don't do that.
Not necessarily selfish, and I wouldn't make it a miserable experience, but again, like, if we're exploring those things, I'm going to tell you off rip the things that, or not, like, that I'm not really interested
but
in.
So what?
That doesn't mean that I'm not going to do them and not be excited about doing them. It's just something I'm not interested in doing. Just like if there's something that I want to do that you ain't interested in doing, I would hope that you do it. But I can understand you not wanting to do it. I'll be like, cool, I'll go do it by myself. What? I do a lot of shit by myself. Recently, I've been doing a lot of shit by myself. So, any viewers out there want to go to the Illusions Museum? I can't seem to find nobody to want to go. I would like to go to it.
I've been to the one in Orlando. You've been to one, you've been to them.
You say you've been to one, you've been to them all?
I mean, it's all the same shit. I went to the one in Orlando.
The next part of this conversation is what makes a woman, and we don't have any men here.
Shit, I still got an opinion
to really shine a light on that. I mean, I do have an opinion, but someone who someone who walks with a sense of dignity and pride. Classy, can problem solve. I don't know. That's all I got right now. How about you?
A woman for me is someone who can hold her own. You know what I'm saying? Again, that integrity thing. Like, what's your integrity? You know what I'm saying? I'm a pageant girl, so, you know, we're taught to walk with our confidence, our awareness, and our pride, right? So that's important. You can stand in your truth. You know what I mean? You'll be honest, even when honesty is not the most comfortable option. You know what I'm saying? Someone who take care of business. Is it easy to do? Hell no. But you still got to do it. You don't get to just pawn that off on something like today, girl. I watched a video today, and this young lady decided that she didn't want to be a mom no more because her boyfriend didn't want kids. So she was trying to drop her kids off on her mom. It was really offended that her mom was like, I'm not taking care of your kids. And mom was like, I took care, like, I'm not taking care of your kids. You had one, you didn't learn after the first one, and then you had another one, and then you didn't stop till you messed around and had 3. So I'm not taking care of your kids today, tomorrow, or no other goddamn day. Taking care of you. She go did as her mom was like, I did my job. I raised y'all. She gonna say, no, you didn't. I looked at my daughter. I said, the way I would have jumped through that fucking window, I wish one of y'all would try me and say that I didn't raise y'all. Please don't play with me.
I feel like in those situations too, I feel like it's all in perspective. Because my kid said that to me one time. I said, at what point was y'all like, what? Imaginary land was y'all the fucking
She said, no, you did. I said, ooh. She said, yes, I did. I raised you. I made sure you had everything you needed. Da, 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 da. She said,
I think
y'all come on, get in this car with your mom. She said, there ain't no point in them getting in the car with me. They're not coming with me. I'm not taking them with me. So you gonna give up your kid?
That's crazy.
For some dude that obviously don't really care about you because he does not take everything that comes with you. That is insanity. That is insanity.
Yeah, it is.
That was wild to me. I said, that's female behavior.
Yeah, that is female behavior.
That was wild to me. I was like, dumb. I had to watch it like 4 times. Like, wait, am I hearing every bit of this correctly? And the poor kids who are trapped in the middle.
That is the thing, and that's something that I had to, like, as far as being a woman and being a mom and carrying all of those, you know, features and situations and really knowing, like, after, like, really having a hard conversation with my kids, I came to find out that it was like we know you're a woman, we know that you're strong, we know that you're a mom, but as a mom and as a woman, we felt like you could have made better decisions for us as we were growing up.
Like what?
One of the things that we kind of discussed was like the separation and divorce per se.
I hate that for you.
What?
That becomes a point of contention because your kids was grown.
Well, they're grown now, but previously they weren't grown. And the one thing they said to me was, "You should have separated earlier. Like if you weren't happy, if things weren't working out, you should have separated earlier."
You know what's funny about that? It's always easy to try to judge a situation you have no clue about. You've never lived it, you've never touched. Because somebody got a significant other that they can't let go, whose drawers they still want to sniff today, and that person don't want you, and you refuse to move on, and yet you go look me dead in my face and tell me that I should have moved on sooner. It's crazy. If you get married and you have your own kids, and you know what I'm saying, you tell me if it's in your children's best interest to uproot.
And that's what it was. It was like I didn't want to uproot.
Break up their life.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I explained that to them, and they were like, it wouldn't have mattered.
It would have mattered.
And
the
that's
amount
what
of sacrifice that it took for you to stay in that situation is should be rewarded. Period. Point blank. Like that's insanity to say. I said that dumb shit to my mom before. I'm like, you should have left. And she explained it to me, and I respect her for that. Because I mean, that's crazy.
And that was just it. It was like I had to explain it to them. Like there were so many variables as to why the situation happened how it happened. Because there were a lot of conversations between the both of us. Like this wasn't just I feel like a decision that I made on my own. Even though a lot of people feel that way or they may see it that way. Like no, for real, this was a decision that we both made. So. It is what it is. But they were just like, you know, as a woman, as a mom, like we wish you would have did that earlier because they felt like it would have gave me more energy to focus on to them.
No, it wouldn't. Because now you'd have been a single mom trying to raise 2 kids and support an entire household, and then that would have been a problem. You're never around. Right. You're never home. We never see you. You don't care about me. You don't know.
Well, that's the contingents of how they feel. Like they're like you worked a lot, and I mean, yeah, I did work a lot, but
it would have been worse if you'd have been by yourself. That's a single income.
I like nice things. I like nice things too. Shit, what you talking about? The fuck out of here. So I mean, but again, I'll come from a family. It was like my grandparents. They had 1 boy and 4 females. They had 4 women, and including my grandma. Saying like each of those female personalities are so different. So I can't like necessarily be like, yeah, this is what it takes to be a woman because I've seen like 4 or 5 or more different type of women. So it's like I don't.
But do they all have a common denominator?
The common thing that I believe that I've seen out of them and a lot of them are around is strength. Like they're all strong. Like,
that's exhausting.
It is. I mean, it is very exhausting. But like, for example, my grandmother. My grandma had to work. My grandma ain't never drive. But the strength that I seen in her was taking care of the household, making sure everything is where it needs to be, making sure the bills are paid correctly, making sure the kids are in line so that my granddad really don't got to deal with that. You know what I mean? So that's what I seen from her. From my mom, my mom was kind of a single parent. So what it takes to be a single parent and raise your kids and kind of raise them in a way where they have morals and values and all of that. And plus do everything that you have to do as a woman, like you said, to keep that household going and all of that. my one aunt, I'm trying to, like, her strength was just in, like, I don't know, I just love that particular aunt. I just love her. I just love her presence, her being, her, like, she has a strength demeanor. Like, whatever comes in her way, she's going to tackle it. My one aunt, the strength in her that I seen was the strength to just pick up everything and leave. Like, she was dealing with some rough stuff here when she was younger. So she just dropped everything and left and went across the country and started a new, like, basically a new life. So to have the strength to, like, leave your family and start over is, like, that's something that some people desire to do. Like that, I guess, not a fear type, like living in no fear. And then my last aunt, I think her strength is in, she's been married since I was 7, so having the resilience and the strength to move away from your family, be with your husband, raise your kids, and everything that it takes to do that. So again, I'm seeing women in different categories. Like, they all have different qualities and categories that make them women.
Interesting.
But I mean, I wish there was, people, some panelists here to elaborate, because I think the main thing that gets thrown out a lot of times is when women try to present their strength as like they're too masculine.
But again, masculinity is subjective. Why? Because, for women anyway, because what makes women masculine is when they act like they don't need a man. Well, sorry. If you were something or someone I can lean on, me personally, when I was married, the blissfully ignorant life, my wrist was broke. Okay? I had to be a wife and a mom. Now, that's not to say that was easy to do, because it wasn't.
Right.
I went from, working in law enforcement and working 90,000 fucking hours a day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Here, and there. You know what I mean? Being a mom, being at cheer practice, football practice, baseball practice, basketball practice, this, that, this event, that event, doing this, doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So I was used to, for my husband to look me in my face and be like, I'd rather you didn't. Right there. You just be up in here doing what I need you to do in here. Let me worry, but let me carry that part and let me do it. And then in the beginning, it was like, that sounds like a deal to me. It was horrible. It was the hardest it was the hardest thing I ever had to do, because I feel like I lost my identity in that. Because without my career, without everything I was accustomed to doing, who was I?
Well, I think that with the work from home thing too, because that was a lot of, like, when I was married, that was a lot of my life. It was like I work from home. So it's not like I'm getting out of the house to be social, other than like if I'm doing something for the kids, they got a game, like you said, a game, coaching, something of that nature. I felt like a lot of it was like I'm at home and then I'm going out and doing whatever needs to be done for the household, the kids, we're doing something as a family, but having like your own space and identity to do things that you want to do. I.e., like, maybe I want to go get a pedicure and a manicure by myself. Maybe I want to go to the gym by myself. So
and nothing was stopping me from being able to do those things, but more importantly, the thing for me was, like I said, I went from feeling like I had a purpose to being stuck in the house with toddlers all day. It's me, these toddlers, whenever they want to watch, teaching them to read, teaching them to write, you know what I mean, teaching them their colors and their numbers and the alphabet, and making sure they were super smart by the time they entered school, cooking breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. You know what I'm saying? 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm still hungry. I want some chicken. Like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was a shell of who I once was. I felt useless. Like, not that this wasn't purposeful, but for me, it wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? So I know you violating. You are out of bounds and out of pocket. I don't even care. You
let
are
me call you
dead
back.
ass wrong.
I'm on the podcast. I told you that. Call you back. God damn.
You always doing the most. No. No, you don't get no. No, don't try it. You're always doing the most. It's like I got to ignore my funky ass daddy. You got to ignore your goddamn son. Get the fuck out of here. You always trying it.
Like, he really did blow me up and have other people texting me like I don't get it. Like, I don't understand why every time we go in a filming podcast, somebody calls. I put out 18 APBs on Facebook letting people know that we are filming today at 8, and still it happens.
The funny thing about these smartphones is that particular one, you can create a thing that automatically will send an automatic response to whoever is calling or texting.
I could.
I'm filming.
I'm doing that for all other Thursdays from 8 to about 12. But I don't know. I don't know what else to elaborate on in this.
Because you don't even allowed to talk today? Okay.
No.
That's cool.
No, you can. So here's my question for you. Do you, being a stay-at-home mom and a wife, do you feel like that reduced you as a woman?
What I felt like initially was that I lost my identity. That everything that first of all, I felt like I too eagerly gave up everything I worked so hard to achieve, because it was hard to achieve what I achieved. It was not easy by no stretch of the imagination. When I was going to college, just to get enough college credits to be able to go to the academy, I was in an abusive relationship. I had 2 kids. I was pregnant with the 3rd. You understand what I'm saying? I was going through shit. I was breaking up and then watching this person drive past me beeping while I'm standing at the bus stop with his kids. You understand? In a blizzard, cold as fuck, with diaper bags, computer bags, book bags, strollers, and on down. Catching connecting buses. Like, it was hard going through that. So, you know what I mean? By myself, or sometimes having to inconvenience my mom because she would just meet me, you know what I mean? Like, well, we're going to catch the bus into Wilkinsburg, and then
something said bling bling.
I don't know what that was though.
It's weird.
I don't know what it was. Someone, my mom would like maybe catch the bus because I lived in Garfield at the time. So sometimes meet my mom when she got off work, catch the bus into Wilkinsburg to the busway, get in the car, and she would drive me home to Garfield, and she lived in Plum.
Oh, that's no.
And I don't mean like the front and the cute front end. I'm the back end of Plum.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? Off Gold Mile Highway, back ass end of Plum. Like, people don't even know it exists back ass end of Plum. You know what I'm saying? So those were things, you know, fighting. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep them healthy and fed and intact and in one piece while trying to keep my schoolwork up, trying to cling on to some piece of youth and individuality, you know what I mean? And to finally graduate and to be able to go to the academy and then graduate the academy and then go and do the things that I was able to do for this man to walk into my life with great intentions, because his intentions were pure, you know what I mean? And be like, all right, I'm tired of the injuries, I'm tired of the hospital visits, you know what I mean? I'm tired, you know, the fisticuffs and the danger that you're in daily, and that I can't protect you in that danger. So after I had my now 12-year-old, he was just like, can we just be done? Like, can we not do that anymore? Can you just chill for a while and just, you know? And at first I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, it wasn't, the burden of being behind that line was weighing heavy on me at the time too, keeping a lot of secrets that probably I shouldn't have had to keep. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, cool, whatever. and at first it was nice to be able to sleep in or to not have be pulled in 1,000 different directions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then when I realized that I'm just stuck in here all day with children, like literally, you know what I mean? My whole life has now become kid because he's out working all day, chasing a dollar all day long. You know what I'm saying? So for me, and then things that we once did, we weren't doing anymore. Like we weren't going on dates anymore. We weren't doing this. So the same thing that it took for you to get me, you thought that you didn't have to keep doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you thought because we got married that
cuts that out.
Right. No, and that wasn't fair to me. And so that was a struggle too, getting him to understand that, you know, you can buy a plant and you can put it in some really nice soil and give it some good fertilizer. But if you don't water it and give it sunlight, it's still going to die.
So that's why I wish we, had some more people, especially men, on a panel today, because for some reason, again, there's a big difference in what women consider a man and what a man considers a man.
Absolutely.
A lot of times men feel like, hey, if I go out here and I work and make sure that the house is cool, pay all the bills, like I'm doing what I need to do as a man. I mean,
my husband felt that way too. He felt like, you know, that he had earned himself certain levels of carte blanche because he did that. And I'm looking at him like, oh. So sometimes you gotta teach a person a lesson. Okay, pay the bills, it's cool, I'ma leave. I'm a girl. And you sit here with these bills you paid and you tell me how you feel about it. And he thought about it like, man, fuck these bills. Fuck this house, fuck these bills, fuck this bullshit. If you're not here, then it's for nothing. And I'm like, and that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I need more from you to be able to flip this light switch. And not to sound ungrateful, but we had a conversation. I'm like, you know, before you met me, was I in the dark?
And that's what I think.
Was I bathing at the gas station in the bathroom?
And that's what I think.
Was I cold? Like was I sparking up fire? The drums outside, you know, heat them up with the fingerless gloves. Like what was my life like? And they're like, no, your shit was 1,000% together. Okay, so then respect that I'm capable of that if necessary. You understand what I'm saying? And don't take that for granted and make it seem like you saved me.
Right.
Because sometimes when he would say certain shit, like, so you think you saved me? Like you just pulled me up out the gutter and gave me a lifestyle I couldn't have afforded for myself. I love that you take these things off my plate, and that's a burden I don't have to bear. And I respect that it is heavy for you a lot of the times, especially because my husband would have financial goals in that. So if he didn't end the day with this amount of money made, he felt like he failed. If he didn't end the week with this amount of money made, he felt like he failed. If our bank accounts didn't hold certain dollar amounts in them at all times, he felt like he failed. And he would constantly be trying to figure out
ways
how to fix that deficit.
And this is I got a couple of male friends that are. I got one male friend that works 3 full-time jobs. I'm like, where do you find the time and the space to do anything else? He's like, I go from one job to the next. I really don't sleep, but I'm looking for that financial independence. I'm like, first of all, being rich. You can be rich in so many different ways, and a lot of people.
He wanted to be rich. He said he was looking for financial independence. That is 2 totally different
things. But I threw that in there.
Rich is a state of mind.
Well, and that's what I was like, because he basically, threw that out there too. Like, I'm trying to be rich, and I was like, well, you are rich. I think like.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, because like then what's this not turning to later? Like, oh, but when I bought you that such and such,
and that's
so you can't,
and that's what I mean. Like,
so you gonna tell me I owe you what? Because what? That is a fear man. And some of my male friends, if they watch it, they're gonna be offended. Like, bitch, don't you ever imply that I don't have enough self-control.
I've had that happen where it's like, oh, I did this now. Since I did this, I need for you to do this, or I need whatever I did back. That's, past relationship. So now when someone's trying to do that, it's really hard for me to accept it because in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh shit, you gonna throw this up in my face? I'm gonna have to pay it back. And then
that type of stuff, I don't really feel too much. More so because I
so it's the
too.
I mean, whatever.